Në po do shna me të rosmar. Pas kanë bërë të ndryshime tash. Hella drinosi. Për shëndetje kede, jena film një live stream 3 edhe sët kena me këshyrë BNE kunder Sampit. Të shojma kanë me arrit mu kualifiku me vazhdo rundin tjetër në këtë turnamentus. Pas kanë bërë në ndryshime këtë gjatë forta ke YouTube-ja. Hella blearti. Qysh ju ka më bës, a jeni mira? A këna me fitu BNE-ja, a jo? Kalzën i drejt, po jo. Shkort e shqip. Edhe 13 minuta ja nis loja. Desat ja nis loja, na mojna me bona i Muhammed, mos ta varrani me bë like dhe subscribe nëse jeni të ri. Nuk ka duket një farë notifikacioni për sub. Të këshyri, a bojnë qëto komandat. Nuk ka lidhje lemën faj. Instagram. Qëtë? A bajnë qëto komanda? A jo? Do këtë që jo. Vëzë dy veta mare. Shino? S'kom ba live në YouTube që një vjet i ka, sigurt. Nuk ka lidhje lemën faj, për ty unë e këti baj. Najt bot. O, sa najt bot i ka këto. Aja përmeni shokët e emrin, e ka emrin Begati Musa. E përshëndesim shokën e drinosit Begatimin. Nuk ka lidhje lemën faj, për ty unë e tak shirëm shabëthojmë për bet një këzikëll. Ja pa ban tash. Auto full stikle. Trajneri Bad News Eagle. Super, unë dreq.
Symbols, you are the icons that will show the way.
Hella kamenica. A jeni gati për BNE-t, baba?
People just started playing CS just because of the thing that we did at the major.
Perfect. Okay, glad to hear that. Thank you very much and good luck with the tournament.
Hare për lajnë. Dhe më thonë nëse Inshallah se nësë ndodh, për nëse hupëm që t'loj e ka BNE-ja dhe një shans dhe më thonë për me vazhdu këtë turnament. Po na duhet me fitu gjithçysh. 16-0 baba, 16-0.
Taking pace in my room. So certainly don't have the interviews for myself, but certainly I am looking forward to seeing what they're
A
going
jeni gati për 16-0.
Getting into that matchup in the next 9 minutes, of course. They'll be facing off against Team
Edhe 9
Sampi.
minuta
Sampi, bit of a new
startan.
rosters when it does come down to it. Being held up by the man of Guardian, bit of a legend in the scene for CS and for the region itself, able to do so much and as well as achieve so much. So certainly looking forward to seeing how he is able to treat the boys on the side of Sampi. Of course, Maddie's, Savannah, Tag, Hones, all been looking pretty stellar recently. And I'm looking forward to seeing what Guardian's been able to do with them and really bring them hopefully into a new light. Because, well, when it does come down to project rosters like this, bringing in old talent to try and help the new talent come up into a new edge.
Kinga përmenoni shoqë temën, kam e ligas. Ale përshëndesëm edhe ligën.
Which no, he's on Titans, which we'll be seeing tomorrow. Be looking forward to seeing what sort of form he's in when it does come to Group B. But of course, we're in Group A for the time being, so enough about him. And well, we're going to be looking to see what they're able to do.
Hare tak qyra.
Brand new. They've had some middling success when it does come down to it. They haven't had the best couple of seasons so far, but hopefully they'll be able to get things rolling. I'm looking forward to seeing what map we're going to be on. Most likely, I'm expecting us to try maybe see.
Mos harani me ball like edhe subscribe nëse jeni tri, më nimani shumë busa. Thoni shoke, shoqe, like dhe subscribe. Mos pritani. Nuk ka lidhje lemën faj, për ty unë e keti baj.
Which is to be expected, but of course we could be looking at Sampi, who's a bit of a wild card, and while they're starting to gain experience, they should be feeling pretty good. They played through the close qualifiers to get here to this point, and now they're going to be looking to prove themselves even more, especially trying to make themselves a staple of the region, because while they're competing with Sinners, they're competing with Enterprise when it does come to that. Of course, Entropic products up there as well. They've been having some middling success, but when it's coming to
Hella Cobra.
you're really looking to compete against Sinners, you're really looking to go ahead and compete against Enterprise, which of course, that should be the matches to watch. Of course, they do have Enterprise to face off against.
Mirë bas që pe presën bëna e qëta.
So that's going to be something to keep in mind as we do get into it. But, you know, it's going to be an interesting matchup. It's going to be an interesting tournament, and I can't wait to get things going for it. But we do have still a bit more time. About 6 minutes until we do get into the first matchup. Then once we do, we'll be throwing guys straight into it. So certainly.
Kismet blak.
Hopefully, as soon as possible.
Po ma fut copyright me këtë muzikë. Dhe se t'ja njës loja se po na i bana i ka copyrightin na i nal muzikë, na i nal live-in. Nuk ka lidhje. O trollavi shkreti. Përshëndetje Moki. Nuk ka lidhje lemën faj, për ty unë e kedi baj. Edhe 5 minuta. Bëna jetë baba. Hella Lisi, përshëndetje Gusti. Përshëndetje Flatra. Easy vene kim. Hale Flatra, ma gjo. Me mi qa kejt e të shota. Nuk ka lidhje keti baj. Tesa t'ja njësa 4 minuta loja, një mape kena gjithsej, kështu që easy peasy, duhet me fitu gjithë qysh. Hela jetoni. Hela kozaki fokujeni a megaluksa. Da fitaj benne i Sindresnek van. Låtna. Easy win. Mos harroni me bë like edhe subscribe bosa. Edhe 3 minuta ja nis loja. Lungad me da, edhe ira. Oj dashnia jeme, a je gjall. Ah, je gjall. Edhe 2 minuta, edhe 2, edhe 2. Bad News Eagle kundër Sampi. Nuk ka lidhje lemën faj për ty unë e keri baj, taro ty në qëtore taj. Hey love, me ty furi deri bateri love. You know, me ty furi deri bateri love. Szalama. Sinov, si Keith. Praha.
Game that we just had just now, but I hope you guys are doing well. It should be a good day to say the least. We're going to be jumping into our first match in just a little bit. We do still have a few more minutes until then. I think we got pushed back by just a little bit. But we do know the map now, and that is the rather important part. So we will be heading to Inferno. It's kind of where I speculated earlier in the day where we will be heading to for this first matchup in between Bad News Eagles and Sampi. That makes a bit of sense. Of course, this is one of Sampi's most played maps on HLTV, to say the least. And we're going to be looking at a 25% win rate, according to HLTV at least. Not looking at the stats from the post qualifiers or anything else, just taking it at surface level, looking at a 25% win rate for Sampi. Meanwhile, looking over at Bad News Eagles, playing about 4 times as well, have 50% win rates, of course. That's against
Hela
a
lindje.
couple of different
Se
teams.
s'pa hen trava.
Meanwhile, if we're looking at Sampi, their past couple of
Zvaj
games,
live
they
trava
have won
leçman.
matches in
Okej.
other tournaments. they haven't been having the greatest luck in the world. They lost against Aurora.
Nuk ko lidhje lem paj për ty unë e keri
So
paj.
not feeling all too good there in best of ones. And then meanwhile, they played a Russian stack going under XD of all things, and that went 20-22, and that was a loss as well. That was their most recent match. So it's going to be a little bit concerning. Meanwhile, we look at Bad News Eagles. They played a team from the region recently. That was Echelot. That went 2-1 the way of Bad News Eagles.
Hella Karabi och Karab Kingi.
For the Bad News Eagles, we're looking at them versus the Sonic. Unfortunately for them, they fell 0-2. So certainly something to keep in mind when it does come into seeing the mentality of these players and having an idea of how they can perform when it does come to Inferno. It's going to be rather
Hajde bënaj
in between these two.
të fitojnë a easy që to.
Is so new in the scene when it does come down to it. There has been no head-to-heads, so nothing really to go off of if you're looking towards past statistics, past matches. In between these players, it's going to be totally clean slate. This could really go either way, especially in a best of one format like it is here in the beginning of the day. It's going to be rather topsy-turvy, to say the least. But of course, it's going to be looking to be interesting, and I can't wait to see what they are able to achieve. Of course, we'll take a quick look at the group once again before we do get into it.
Që e qysh janë.
Beginning
Dhe më thonë,
versus Sampi coming up first.
bëna jetë edhe nëse hupin, vinë mojnë me dalë qëtop. Nëse fitojnë, vazhdojnë këto. Edhe për finale. Pa edhe nëse hupin dhe më thonë, nëse fitojnë qëta, e hupin këtë tjetërën, apet e kanë mundësin për me shku finale. Dhe më thonë, këtë turnament është shumë easy për këta. Entre kësë Sampin besej që mujna me mujt easy, entre pjesë që këta janë dhe këtë matë fortit. Që të Sampin se një, që të Enterprise dhe Entropitch, këta dy një, si ekipe.
Relatively interesting to say the least. If we're taking a look at the previous Tip Sport events, the Tip Sport Cut in Bratislava, I was on that one as well, and that went the way of Apex, and that's going to make them looking like they're going to start heading towards MCR. We saw Sinners coming in second as well during Bratislava, Enterprise they're in third, and Isuba in fourth. Of course, it wasn't the Sampi roster that we have now playing in that event, so really not too much to go off of if you're looking at that event in particularly for...
Nuk ka lidhje lema në faj për ty unë e ta në së dora e ka të folë. Dhe sa t'ja njës loja. A i faktu desh një anisë, Allah, 2.34, 2.30 o loja. Hare, Bob. Hare që ti. Ta këshyrëm cëllën ma u kanë me loja, është best of name. Që... Dhe me thonë veç me një map kanë. Inshallah po fitojnë djemt, se djena është nga njënën. Hopëm dje, shumë keq këna hop. Loja u desh një anis, fakt që 5 minuta u desh një anis, po sigurt në i vanes, në i sem pale, desha t'i ndreqin. Desha t'hin lejtartë. Oj, është një jeme, Hella Kosova TV. Hajre për hajre, po më duket që tash do m'ja nis, që grafika, ato sa 30. Oh, mama, zemra t'i kush, më shej zemra, ka pesho këtë kompjuter. KFC. Mirë Kosovë qështu. E luje në Marvel, Spidermanit. Svedive, s'pëm pëlqen farë ty bes. Edhe janë të lu plët, e keni sigjo të lu. E t'i bo video ta i përzëdit në ora 7 qëtë video me Spiderman. S'pëm do këtë mua e fërt në i lu interesante, që javlin me lu. Mas bëna që da ne hina aty me pëlec. Nësi kini këshyr videat që janë pëlec aty. A që shë ku morë tash radarin e sene vene. çoku. وحشتني أيام أيجال. Hade man nese jag lösa då. Han är lön hostlar. بس سکام typ. Jag kom skin sekam till salon så jag kom pass på par kom jag du vid där på. Jag kom skin typ. På momentet när kom att lön med pallet, att lön med kaffe tjejam av när. Wallah jag lät lön med kaffe som lo. Så kan jag intressant här. Nashta ma spëzgjenojnë lokalen sa. Nëse luj. Tjetër farë luj kam. E kam atë lojën me peshk. Halo se kam kryer atë lojën me peshk. Jam taj peshki që fluturon. Edhe një mision e ka I peshki që fluturon. Që e luja me peshk baba pashara. Me të knaq ketë. Zisa e keni pa veç. Një inferno pas kanë me lua, ale për ale.
And it should be a good one. This is a best of one, so best of threes will be coming up later in the day after the two best of ones. And of course it's going to be a rather good
Që vladra, e vladra. O, vladra. O, kvaliteti e mirë.
But you know, we're trying to get those figured out as the day does progress. We should be good by the end of the day. And of course we go back to the other casters. Those are the Czech casters over on the Czech stream. So this is the English stream, of course, but it should be a good one to say the least. You know, I am looking forward to seeing what Bad News Eagles can do into today. They've had some middling results.
Po siam të bo live te karat.
So of course we are going to be looking forward to seeing what they are going to be able
Siam të bo shpesh a vedin.
to a bit more of a regionalized
Po
tournament.
qërën aktiv në për qëtë live,
Put on for a while now, and
the
they've
boy
had
now,
majority
sprish
and
from.
predominantly been Czech and Slovak. They brought on an English class in the form of me coming from centers. I was able to monopolize the region slowly but surely, but I did accomplish that. And meanwhile, they have been able to bring in some international talent to play in these lands as well.
Hade vlashko, hade mo, nes ja loja se metëm.
It'll be coming up.
O ledhja, hojta bile.
That comes up at the end of the year in the form of MCR. It's Futuro or something I don't know how to pronounce because I am bad at this. But we will be looking forward to seeing what they're going to be able to do when it does come down to it. Of course, the winners of that get a direct invite into that event. I think there's a close qualifier before that event as well that takes place in Brno at the end of the year. I went to the previous one in person to hang out and check it out. And it certainly is a bit
Edhe qasht lojka pi bojna 50, hade bosa, hade.
but it should be
Shpërndane mër live-in, shpërndane.
say the least. Anyway, we should be getting into the next few minutes. We're a little bit behind schedule, unfortunately, but that is the way it goes with Counter-Strike. All the players should be filtering into the server around now and getting ready to be readied up and ready to go. Because, well, it's start of the group stage for Group A. And
Hade mërësia pas ka nis, që të lojen o bës.
in the server, we can take a quick look at that. You can see on the
Hade për hade.
casters casting in the Czech language down at the bottom right, but we should be getting into it soon on Inferno. BNA versus Sampi. I think we'll see knife round most likely to determine who will be starting off on that CT side. Of course, the winner of knife round does get to pick. So it is a rather important thing to do.
Hella
to
gata, hella
on the map of Inferno.
X
And I
gaming.
think we're going to be
Hella
getting into it. It looks like
mirakullos
we're
shqip.
right
Sovjetiki
this round.
23.
You know, should be a good one, should be fun, and well, I think we're going to be underway in just a moment.
Hade, startan për 15 sekundos. Startan loja, hade për hajde. Let's go, furta bënej shkrune. Veda, ish atë lojen me kafe, masi ta kryn... hinave, ju thash.
Alright,
Si ta kryn bëneja, që dani him qatë lojen me kafe. Hade, bënejen ka kanë cëta. Polica ka, pas ka njerët me thik. Okay.
This isn't all too
Hade,
down on that CT
GG.
side. Yep. We'll see B&E go ahead and take that.
I më të me thikat.
Give a TK for luck.
Sigurt për mo, për
Of course, the man, the myth, the legend, playing in the server as well.
shumë kualitetin e trouble bre.
It's going to be really supported by Maddie's. He's a bit of a Czech star, a Slovak star, my bad. To be looking out for. He's someone
Je geci guns, më snipe me mo qartë, mos me i lan frym. Që vladre. Ja, disponim ka flatra. E kryj me kje loj.
well, it should be a good one.
Qa loj e kime
to say
lujt.
the least.
Mas BNS që dëni hina të lujën me kafe, i kam do video. Nësë si keni pa është kafe of nërë, dhe më thonë ku e ndrejqëm lokalin. Restorant dhe më thonë është.
It's gonna be a fun
Përshëndetje bini.
I'm sure everybody's good and warm, been in the prac servers all morning, looking to get this group stage started off.
Klas ka kanë me organizim o bor. Hare.
Of course, at least has
Lot sekundar sartën loja, bënet janë cëtë edhe terrorista Sampi. Shohëm, cëla ekip dhe të triumfoj. Është normal që bëneja pa pik dyshimi.
things will get rolling. Bit of a default setup to get things rolling. We'll see Synopsy being the solo ban on the B site. Meanwhile, a predominant stack and a bit of a rush coming out from the Eagles. Looking to go ahead and take up a lot of mid control here. Look to face them.
Ta bojna bre bësëb.
Let's see if they're going to be able to
Ka
do
ba
so.
videot ja. A live.
Missiles look to
Qa
ring
bën?
out.
Që me ta
First
bësëb.
shot starts
Hare.
to fire through the air.
Hare,
Nothing
Rigan.
up too far. We
Sen
do see
Erik.
Rigon able to find one siren on the back of sight.
Kan hi dø, are sëner.
Short, they
Ai.
take the fight at lane. Nothing been connected up just yet.
Ka 54 janë.
Take. But they are able to go ahead and make
Rigoni ende. Hare re.
looking to try and find one.
Flatro.
Most Guardian takes a duel
O,
up
bre sëner.
top of middle. Siren falls, leaving it
Mo, mërë mos i dilni ashtu një mas një më.
Zampi able to find out these players relatively quickly.
Genci me Rigonin.
DX Rigon is
Kaj,
gonna make
P5 4
way
4
to
dësë dë.
isolate him. We do see an engagement.
Bravo Genci.
Psych, but Maddie's very quickly able to
Ai,
start Maddie's turn,
GG.
finds out Rigon as well. And that'll be Sampi starting off strongly. Right foot forward as they do gain the first
Oj men,
corner on their
pe
team side.
trava
Just
hitman
trying
për
to
më
get the
neja.
ball.
Pët një. GG, një zarë sësan me altia.
That right there is what you want to see if you are the side of Sampi. You want to have an explosive
S'ke
start
o,
here
po
as
pa
well.
lidhja pas kam i të
Made
flatra.
results there in the previous one as an organization, but of course a fully revamped roster. Going to be looking interesting, and I'll take a look to see if I can do anything. Nah, can't do anything, chat. I'm just receiving a feed, so I do apologize. I'll send a message off to the admins. But we will be getting things rolling.
Hare flatra.
We're seeing a bit of a
Fladra.
tie-up. One flat true, able to start things off. We
Bravo, qaja.
drink outs, and oh, it's going the way of the Eagles.
GG.
Still work
Ara
out
atë.
those
Një me një.
Eagles sing out in unison to find the round there on the site, holding it down. Pushing it up. That's going to be the round going their way. They do tie it up there in the second.
Hade shfulla.
Not letting the side of Sampi gain themselves a lead whatsoever off the back of the pistol round.
Edhe 3 loj ka djem bom 50. Edmond e në gjithë holon, po. E një kështu dhe më thonë në YouTube se personalisht, ja.
Banana control being taken up. They're looking to find this
Djalesh
round.
është. Edhe videot e mira i ka.
Relatively quickly. Sampi do have a bit of a buy to work with. They afford themselves a single Kalashnikov. It's a bit of a hero rifle. Buying all the way down to 0. Deagles in hands. We'll see what they're able to accomplish with it.
Hade.
Maddie's going to be looking to hold that down.
Ach, ta ka kanë. E ka, vis një i kehan. Okej. Pas kanë 2 flash, një smoke. Hade alla tre lag, ja du. A graniti ata Ollanti. Patash. Graniti on mati.
Matties will start to make the first move, looking to go up through banana, looking to take control at least. You back up pretty quickly, not necessarily wanting to commit to it.
Tas ma jena mikla so, granitin me ta Ollanti, se graniti on mati.
Fight here. It's going to be kind of difficult for them.
Njau një herë valen hale. Qitron do të me fitu gjithë qysh, se jena me armë.
In hand as well as the cloud up.
Qaja, sprave sinaps. Hare sener, me te bre sener.
More engagement comes out towards sights, not too good for another. As one flies through. Matties
Qaja bre, hare flatro.
alone in a 1v.
Maz bre, gjithi dë ose një hare. Easy and zero. Game se me rigor.
Looking to come out and well, strong post by position, not going to be able to take it up just yet. As we do see the man of Rigon making his way up extremely quickly with MP9.
Dë dilni. Dë, Qaja. Qaja gans.
Come through, and that will be the Eagles taking up their second, not letting Sampi convert the round, but an extremely close one at that.
Easy 2 menja. Hajde edhe 2 like, edhe një like 50. Are ti bojmë 50 like ati ja kojna belen.
That was extremely close for Matties. If he had pulled that off there, it would have been incredible for Sampi to convert that round. Of course, just the hero rifle really to work with. They'll be affording a bit of a buy here. They do force up, which is odd enough. I would have expected a save here, but we do see a Kalashnikov, a Galil, a MAC-10, and, well, a couple of Tech 9s to use as well. We'll see what they do try and achieve this round. But forcing up here, I'm not sure it's all too a great move. We'll see how it pans out, though. Of course, they could find the conversion in that case. Wow, it could be looking extremely hot.
Pas ka marrë mollë me tani zani. E do në t'i kënë këqy kejt ideal. O falimderit shumë o korab kingi. King Allah. Për shkak jam një korab. Kë, ane këkne. King korabi. Pas ka marrë mollë në YouTube si pa muzik. Duhet me bot ashtë live pak ma shpesh. Ball kena pushu.
Does look like we'll see the side of Sampi stack up quite a bit here.
And just si gëna, shka si gëna marrë.
Looking to maybe make the point of engagement here at the A side. Of course, they do have time to back off and rotate. They can get information. But the time is starting to dwindle away. As first moves will be made, initial utility popped. And how
Hare, love janë.
find nothing, they tack down.
Bravo, qaja bre. Qaja, hare sener. I my të dytë sener.
Leaving it all down to himself and Hones. They haven't picked up A1S.
Qaja sener, I ka një mollë sinopsi.
He's all alone in the server and will see his head taken off rather quickly.
Videat ma të mire në kanë me matë.
The feed.
Easy, 3 me një, easy. Ti për mu youtuberi ma i mirë. O, falemderit shumë bast. Falemderit shumë. Këto fjallë më bëjnë të lumëtur.
Alright, we're going to see Sampi look for the save now. They'll buy up into the next round. We're looking at that 6th round full rifle buy. And it's going to be an extremely
Më
important
japim për
round.
kraje
Let's
për
see
të
Matties
kthyer
can
dhe për të vazhduar me më shumë live.
bring it forward one, unless something unforeseen is achieved on the side of Sampi.
Kur ti në ole se latrës
For the
rrim.
time being, it looks like an A-side hit looking to come out again. It's
Mo
gonna be a
alla
Tech
ide,
9,
mo
which
nese.
most likely they're gonna be looking
Jo
for
be,
a
kanë
fire
drejt.
here in the vans, but GX looking to
Are
take
Gans?
it away. Gonna be able to
Gans?
find one, two,
Le is!
extremely hot, but not
Ah,
the
bre.
denied.
Seneri amor.
Taken away.
O, Gans, he bob.
Kuk.
Seneri.
As they do move on.
Sa normali.
Rifle round for the side of Sampi is looking like.
Sjala es, o dashtes. Shaj ka boje.
God,
Kja.
looking so hot there, but denied the ace though.
Tja vaj
Unfortunately.
di kujt va se pas ka normal. Kur janë nis me lojën cover, po kryet pakrid bëna e
Aggressive
tjera.
stancing coming out from Sampi immediately. We do see Guardian look to take a fight there at top of mid with the op that was spot up for him. But it doesn't connect up initially, which is going to be quite rough. He's tagged down to 74 in that engagement as well. It's going to cause him back off and look to maybe try and find another engagement later on in the round. But
Shumë të
for the
arbra.
time being, we will start to see a little bit of moves being made. Rigon, be looking for one. Maddie's is going to be the points of engagement here. But the contact is going to come out, and we do see Maddie's fly through, finding out the first pick. That's going to open up the arch side. There are two players towards A still to fight over towards Apps, and we do see Saren able to find out one. Quickly, Savannah does dispatch two for his name, though keeping things nice and even, putting it down into a 2v4. The odds now in the favor of Sampi.
Ajin stop like guys me
Retake
sakın.
for Bad News Eagles looking
Po tash cëllën loj për dani se ketë lojt së një lujna. As të mblej gajsa, kafe, me paleca, cëllën për dani.
Also, chat play zone is working to get the quality of the feed sorted out. So I do apologize for that, but this is as good as I got for the time being. Should be fixed at some point.
Tash jo zgallën janën.
One flash through. That's unfortunate. He's looking to deny the op, but well, Home's gonna be out.
Katër me dy.
That's gonna be the rounds going the way of Sampi, able to claim number 2 there. Themselves back within 2 of a tied game. Certainly gonna be looking for that in the 8th. We'll see if that's achievable though.
Unë e kam talë në të ndjo. Talës.
And Savannah looking so hot.
Nëse him gjithë parti bashkë. Ani
Double
dhe
carry.
ta për vendosën pra me lusë të mblej gajs bashkë.
Anything had been done by those two players, it could have been looking like a round to get away the Bad News Eagles to find their 5th, but Sampi certainly able to achieve their 2nd. Well, ooh, the utility! Oh, Rigon! Dear Lord, nearly caught out there by the Molotov. He does escape by the skin of his teeth, though, nearly boiling alive there in top of Banana.
Çfarë kjeli?
So far, no dice on it.
Unë granitin për dajës. Tash jo jas të mblej gajs, ja kafe se tash ketë lojë një lujna për një herë.
Ooh, GX. He's smoked off here. He's going to look to try and peer through the smoke. Nothing to be found in terms of an angle to work with, though. Meanwhile, we will start to see Sampi start to make a bit of a move up through Banana. 2 players to face them off. We do look at Rigon and Mr. Synopsy to do so.
Se njerën e pas një veç me allti.
Looks like Synopsy don't want to take the engagement right out of the gate, but we'll see what they're able to do here.
Herën.
We do see him find one. He finds out Savannah through the smoke.
Qaja, bre, shko bon, lo, asë që kur livret e mërë pakat kamera, lo, s'kallëzoj as kush kanë e
Will
myti.
be looking to get the plant. Synopsy looks to make a push. It's wide.
Ah, thike,
Gonna be
frej.
able to find him out with a knife. But the bomb plant is rather denied as GX with the op likes to hold them off.
Momër.
Maddie's find one out of each, so like to get the plant last.
Hare se nërë, nëzër.
But ooh, the shots be missed by Center as he looks for the engagement, trying to find the 1v1.
Aj, qka kam bon, e.
I see engagement there.
52 avur.
That was a little bit rough and well, kind of interesting to see how that one played out.
Një lojbe është kafe. është lokale one të pindreqe aty, si restoran, si kafe. Video e fundit e para fundit.
All of a sudden it's brought 4-3 Bad News Eagles.
Unë e kam ndreq atë restorantin edhe.
Map here on the CG side down at the beginning, but certainly that's been dashed and taken away and they're stuck down to the US.
Sa orë kemi nejt, nuk e di ju Allah e. Sa të na orrihet.
The fight for the latter half. We'll see what they're going to be able to do here. A little bit of utility being put down. Hone's able to find out an early pick on the Banana. And we'll start to see some movement coming out for Bad News Eagles. It looks
Alpe
like
lojna
the
sët
heads
lujna
is
stumble,
B side after
tani
the fact.
Na ide
Now,
tjetër
there's been a
lujna
little bit of information displayed.
a tjetër. Sot po im stumble një 15 lojë, 20 lojë, 30 100.
And well, that's gonna be the right call, it seems. Sampi's not gathering the information that the A side is completely clear, and they're going to look to run into this 4-stack. This could be kind of dicey for them if this isn't played out right. These P250s and Deagles can be fierce opponents, and they look to be GX able to find one. Synopsy took for the other one. Vazhdu instead are able to find one each. Leads down to Guardian. And oh dear
GG.
God, the call was right for Bad News Eagles.
Pass
Certainly
metri.
dispatching Sampi, the full stack on the B site, doing the work. Now be the round going their way. Certainly shutting it down and shutting it up.
Me ma i calt bardha djemt.
Man, oh man, some crucial information not gained for Sampi. That's really going to be that round falling away from them there in the end. That's extremely rough.
HiFi
They're up
var
against
serere.
SPSs here. Comes Deagles and P250s.
Nuk ka lidhje lemën faj për ty unë e keti baj.
Information game was a little bit
Ta du
lacking.
ty unë gjdo detaj. Edhe kur të më
Now we
thush
see Sampi
goodbye.
on the same buy, Tech 9's Deags.
Are.
Looking to try and convert. You're able to successfully there previously as well. We've seen it go either way. And ooh.
Bravo
Center,
sana
able to find one through the wall. We do see Maddie's get the
Hese
trade.
rigoni.
Break on.
Ama
As we do see
trade.
Synopsy take the
I
slide.
4 vs
Looking for
2.
more
Qaja
Synopsy.
Synaps. Hare Synaps.
Could be good for a third, but
Ma
very
bre.
quick out of Guardian.
That's
Will be able to
easy.
find the kill, and he could be able to find the site as well. Looking to be a free one for himself as he does entry on. He's got the bomb to work with as well. Again, the plants here giving themselves some extra money could be rather important.
Qetrat për një Albani bosh. Are.
Position. Ooh, the timing. Oh, barely
Ma
gets
ma
away.
ma.
Gonna be able to get away with murder as well. Nearly finding out one through the box. Not to be connected up with just yet, though. As he is all alone.
Qaja ka pe dikush bomën. Ka pe bomën dikush. A ashtu.
Ooh, center. Went ahead and gained the defuse. He needs to make the punch,
Easy.
but unfortunately from the back.
Gjencin top form sot.
That will be the round. Going
A
the way
dalëm
of
tejtën
Bad
për
News
Prishtinë.
Eagles, claiming their sixth and bringing it 3-6, putting themselves
Allah i
in a
bës
similar
sti
situation
janës.
to what
S'ma armenja, s'kam vakt.
Right, 3-6, Sampi. Feeling a little bit rough, but still on the T side. So far, not a terrible half. They would like to get a little bit more, to say the least, if they can achieve 6-9, 10-5. They'll be feeling pretty good to come into their CT side.
Shpëshjet easy kena me fitu.
But we'll see what they do here, as the utility will be put down to take these fights. We do see
Mu kanë me kry
forced out into the
12 reach, no?
playing on top of
Pjesën e
Protector.
parë edhe GG.
Molotov's not weeding him out. He's able to take an engagement. Of course, it goes 1-for-1.
Rigoni me një
While
trade,
Synopsy
hare,
looks to
si në opse e që i bumë
find the
GG.
kill on the Maddies with
4
the
vs
HG.
3.
That pushes back the side of Sampi for the time being.
Hare flatro,
Manufacturers
mëte,
able to get the time
qaja,
on Savannah. It's
qa,
gonna work out for
easy.
him quite nicely. It leaves it down. It's tagged in Guardian. All of a sudden, all alone in the server. And GX very quick with the off, eliminates Guardian.
Genci në
Tags.
top form.
In a 1v4.
Top form,
Probably
19
big save
kila.
already made, but won't be able to do that either. Bad News Eagles, one away from converting the half on that precipice of 7-8 rounds. Things will be looking really good for them here on their CT side. They continue
Deri në
forward.
sa shloja.
Definitely do
Deri në
see some
16.
movements out of Sampi. If they do want to try and have a somewhat successful
Qysh bese deni dhe në sa loja
for the
është
time
në
being, it
CSGO.
has been a little bit rough. Bit of a timeout to come through. I'm sure it's Al Sampi.
Nuk ka lidhje
And he's
lemën
looking a
faj.
little bit irritated there on the cams. As they need to figure out what they want to change up to try and breach through the defenses of B&E. Looks like Guardian's giving them a little bit of a pep talk, trying to think through it and talk through
Erdi
what
bossi.
they should be doing here.
A keni bo like, o quna. Like and subscribe.
Let's see if they're going to be able to do that, as we do get rolling into it. Of course, Sampi on the Tech 9s, on the Deegs, not all too much to work with in the world, but it is certainly a little bit of something. Well, looks like a bit of an
Startmetri.
hit. Again, this is their default when it does come to these Tech 9 Deagle rounds. They look to play explosively out towards A, but let's see if they'll be able to do it. We did see GX shut it down previously as an off now. His teammate tucked in the corner, unfortunately there to lose his life. Pulls out the Deagle, I know.
What the fuck? Odijemo su to tnimartec. Ka mora nije kele. Ava pa je.
Meanwhile, center there alone looks to find one, but
Čaja, Berigan.
Rigon rather able to find out three.
Sana.
Beautifully done as Matties is alone, takes
GG.
the duel, able to
Pet
find out
metri.
the first, but not the second. Rigon takes his life and an 8th on the board for the Eagles.
Tako bol like och subscribe. Pimati. What je baba.
I've got word from the production team that the quality of the feed will be improved.
Kun mä rumeloston blegaj skaterne.
Next match rather.
Kiri me mujt me mësus.
Can't really do too much on my end.
Matchen är man inte här. Kommer ta svart man inte här.
One flat troop able to find out a kill. We do see Savannah trade it back. Keeping it a nice 4v4. Ooh, Synopsy.
Tiet nimiera. Till nimiera i blen. Tre monitörer kalter.
I'm sorry, guys. I'll try and do better. Anyway, see Rigon looking to take a duel. This
Jag
is
är
gonna be a
girafas
chance to be
girafa
a
till
force.
bien.
He's able to swing
Kadar
through,
monitörer.
find out one there while blind. Guardian looks to respond. Ooh, the tags are heavy. He
Ah,
finds two.
GG.
Guardian brings it
Ja,
down to
det.
1v1. All
Sen
of a
är
sudden,
det kontra
1v3
Guardian.
comes down into a 1v1 in a very winnable situation for
Ehek,
Sampi.
sen är det ehek.
Facing off against center. It'll be interesting to see if he can get the timing onto this. Center making his way through. He's exited out CT, passing by Grill, checking out full sight, but Guardian tucked away. They're in charge as utility is put down. That could allow for the defuse. He looks to
Defuse
try and
fått
bait
jag bra.
Guardian into a fight, but Guardian holding firm. Looks to take the duel, and there it is. Center.
Easy bara personeren. Allah.
Man, that was a bit dicey. That could have been very easily taken by Guardian if the timings were right. But 9 on the board
Easy,
for
easy.
Eagles, nonetheless.
Shpashijat 13, jo po 12-3. Nuk ka lidhje lemën faj për ty one keti baj. Shumë kong e forë që.
Well, we're back underway. Once again, it is a full rifle round for the side of Sampi. No off in hand for Guardian. Unfortunately, he is stuck down on the Clash Regal. But it certainly should be something.
Se nuk po gjejnë qytetin e stokë.
They do want to make the
Po
point of
ti
contention.
përësete, të gjirafa përësete e ta bjen të dera shvis.
Could be looking towards center. One flat true to hold it down.
Një ka dhëna adresën aj. Për një javë deta pa lesova nën,
Both in
se
very
di
nice
eq.
positions to do so. It does look like they'll go ahead and back off. Possibly look tentatively go towards the B side, but neither side committed to just yet. They're trying to pull the Eagles out of position to find the kill. Not necessarily wanting to take the first engagement outright, and ooh, Guardian. About caught up there. He was trying to do a bit of a jump peek. Seems like Sampi have gained a little bit of information off that. They will start to look to bust themselves. They swing through, and oh, Synopsy, good for 2.
Ta, det treba se dra.
On
Plus Guardian ja
leaps it down into a 3v3.
half
The
HP.
rotate is extremely quick. We're looking at GX take the fight, and GX
Genci sa normale, mini plump.
down, and it's all down to tagged. Stuck in a 1v3, and there's not too much he can do here as time runs out. That's going to be the round going the way of the Eagles. Certainly,
Vilket skulle man
being
tusen
safe
kan
out
i
there by
data.
GX, the collateral working out beautifully to bring about number 10.
Manipulera mig.
Yeah, Maddie's looking a little bit perturbed. Certainly trying to figure out what.
L'altra baba.
He's been able to bring such power into the matchup so far, but here towards the end of the half, it's been looking a little bit.
Känner vad Zodiac banaet.
Of course, they're facing off against the side.
Läs inte tillbaka där. Läs.
Eagles, and they're having a time and a half with it. But so far, it's just not been working. Well, GX trying to go for the run boost. Timing's a little bit off though. Not gonna be able to find that. Nothing to be found there on mid anyways. They do get posture for Banana. So far, completely mollied off.
Ja, där ligger han.
There has been too much information to gain.
Det gick halon dött lav. Ska bomma manat mig
It's
här.
a really
Ja.
aggressive swing. Will be eliminated. We do see one flat true fall as well towards that ace sign.
Sen är det bara sen. Jag har
Also
inte
slides
ut.
down into a 3v5. This is Sampi's best bet here. To look to gain 10-5 at the half. That is their goal now. We're going to be seeing if they're able to do so. It looks like they're going to look their point of contention, that B site. They do have to face off against.
Bazı satrama yan lav. Çapşa sinopsi. Hadi sinopsi. Çödüymar. Easy. Çapşa okuyor Allah'ım hep basma tahpa. Gen sapet manipulum du vet. Hadi. Boss tar det. Du vet han först. Tja bre.
Now, who we're going to be looking for is really going to be Holmes. He's stuck at 15 HP.
Aj.
Stuck away in dark. But he should have a clear.
Ja, has save. Skish kaban.
Looks like the back off has been made. Save call.
Well, mycket gains sen.
Sampi.
GG. Några vad fan? Amor.
Right now 10-4. This next round is going to be extremely important if they do want to get momentum rolling for themselves. Move into that CT side. But we'll see what they're able to achieve.
Hela Fayduz. Så kläs vi appella ett kalter. Bara kena. Çıtıran bat han uzman ve hopsuna se on çıtıran ta neskana par. Jag säger vidum çıtıran. De har några ronder till träff vidum sektajan äkatar.
We'll see utility dueling back and forth, forcing Rigon into, well, flattering position.
Çaya brasenar.
Aggressive peek through mid. He's able to punish Savannah with it as well. As Rigon, ooh,
Oh,
gets
Rigon
away by the
säger
skin of
så.
his teeth. He's gonna look for a swing.
Bra.
The frag is not
Som lave kalon. Gensiate baba. Så normal gensi. Scout och bossat gensi.
readjust. They don't necessarily want to engage here. Banana,
Rigoni. Tio boppor sig. Sätta to boppor. GG. Nimlet med kater pjäsa par.
Take it 11-4. Gonna be switching sides at the half here. Bad News Eagles with a nice little lead to work with. Certainly gonna be looking to try and shut it down.
Neyse att jag nyss ut. Äken i bolla i kajo. عادي بومجرد لويقت يا كوينا بلين زمرتي مصمنا كورمم سير سكورزم که بازایی تشکر کسم بای بای انا ستيمو ام كراشت كوشو اي كوشو اي 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 Koneki diamför Magi diaki ona azdan adoradan Moi shukri Po men är hinna som guys Ajena tovito po tovito Nimdiet med kadra Men är kan min stumble Sitt kryt löja Jag vet starta i pjäsa ut
Elimination match and a decider match to see who does move on.
شا بس روندا بنايت نسيفتون
Well, as we do
دو
get to
روندا
this round,
تبار
Sampi on the
easy
CT side
kryt
now.
ما löja
Definitely will need a strong foot forward if they do want to try regain control of this matchup. Because right now it's looking like Bad News Eagles all day. Start to make a move over towards 8-3 players to take fight here in the setup, and the first shots from Matties will ring through. See Rigon lose his life immediately. As Savannah and Co look to engage. Guardian good for one. Well, they've been able to shut down Bad News Eagles here in the take, and it's looking like a bit of a flawless round as well. We do see Synoptic start to ring out, able to find out one kill, leaves out Guardian all alone, and eliminates him. But now in a 1v4, this is looking rather improbable. Bombs down, it's over towards the site, and there's not too much to be done. As Synopsy looks to take the engagement, he's edging his way out, trying to feel out these players. Might be able to get the aim duel with tagged in just a moment.
Synopsi i vet mål
Tagged though, able to find an advantageous angle for himself and finds the kill, and there we go. Strong start for Sampi. That's what we need to see if they did want to try and take it. And well, that's what we got.
هذا دوت ما في توتر أكتر فورت
Now at 11-5, Sampi
Ja men mot Chetron
got weaponry to use here as well to go ahead and try and
GG
secure themselves.
Bravo bra
A few rounds their name. Of course,
Shit,
Center
right.
will find out the first one though. Matty
Just love it, Kalyan.
there with a trade.
Papa.
It's down into a 4v4. Start to see some moves being made over towards the A site, looking to take engagement. Rygon, ooh, barely survives. Gets away. They do find the kill there. Rygon able to find the kill.
هذا كوتر سترة
Tagged down to 30.
med Forts då när vi mot
But it is found out
Du
through the smoke by
namn
Guardian.
fuck full
Get
där
down
kata
to
med
a
Forts
3v3, the retake having to come out from Sampi now, and uh-oh, this is looking a little bit dicey. We saw Bad News Eagles convert this
Yeah,
second round there in
Travis
the previous
hade-
half, and they could be looking to do it again. We'll see if they can.
shit fan mas men mot mig هيك
In a 3 versus 2 on the retake, it's going to be looking a little bit rough. We do see Matty's playing aggressive, looking to put down some smokes. Guardian looking for an angle, and shots ring through. Matty's able to find out one on Synopsy, leaks it down to GX. GX finding timings on the Matty's, but no
GG.
more than that. Unfortunately, can't find the kill as Guardian finds the final. And Sampi convert the 6th and looks to try bring things a little bit closer. Alrighty. Now, as we do see things rolling yet again. Bad News Eagles, they're on the back foot all of a sudden. We do see some momentum being gained by the side of Sampi. They could be looking to exploit that even further here on their CT side. Their T side not looking all too hot. They were stuck at 11-4, but of course, there are a couple of lulls and a couple curses that come along with being in that scoreline. I like to call it the 11-4 curse. Of course, other people refer to it as Onyx Law. Let's see if that curse is going to affect the side of the Bad News Eagles for all too long, or if they're going to be able to finish off Sampi here in the second half, or if a bit of a comeback is enabled. Of course, we'll see a bit of a force up here. They do buy down towards 1300, 1700. Looking to go ahead and carry up a couple of weapons into the round. They saw some middling success along with that bomb plant there. But let's see if they're going to be able to confirm themselves a sight here, as we do see some bonus weapons for Sampi again.
Se sfruttani me kliku qëta linka këtë ka një herë, në kishini mo shumë. Se sëllin link me kliku ka një herë, super i shkonë. Ma shumë për jo vazhdu. E klikani e prit në desa qerat, ja fut një X.
So far, rather slowly played. Bad News Eagles vibing for information here, not necessarily wanting to take this engagement right out here towards the sites. They can isolate these players for fights, that would be fantastic. Guardian tries to engage there on top of mid, but gets nothing for his troubles just yet. As an execute is looking to be thrown.
Problem është me ardhjen këtë. Bra Grense. Me bujt një vyta një gjëveta ishon super. Hajda që të savonën me tageti më konë mi hek. Gjenë që i vetë muara. Hajda one tap. GG.
Once again, we see Sampi take the round. Their CG side certainly looking like a different team than their T side. Bad News Eagles kind of faltering now. We will be looking at the buy round most likely here, and that's going to be extremely important if they do want to try and carry it through. Now, we're going to see the AKs in the hands of the Eagles. Well, Sampi. They've got a FAMAS, or rather two FAMASes to use here as well. Not the best rifles in the world, but it's better than nothing. We'll see if they're going to be able to really make use of those. Tagged and Maddies on those. Of course, could be looking to pick up some Kalashnikovs to carry over. As this is an extremely important round, we could either see Sampi really start to gain momentum. We look to bring us to a tied game here quickly. Or we could see that taken all the way by Bad News Eagles.
Rrezek ta shoh pak. Qitron do të me fitu gjashysh, nëse u për madhë qitron, mujnë me na barazu. Vëtë më da një, vëtë top G. Ja, ty gësë një.
We'll start to see the moves being made. Guardian responds with a Molotov, puts it down to slow him down. And it will do just that. They do smoke it after a moment. And Hone's going to be looking for an engagement along with Guardian. Guardian looks for one. Not able to find out anything just yet as he does edge back into the smoke. GX finds out Maddies in the meantime. Leaving it down to Guardian.
Sure, born smoke.
Rig on there for the other. But
Barlagoba.
Shut it down as time runs out. And uh-oh, that's not what you want to see. Sampi take the round.
Barlagoba. Ultra Barlag.
They probably needed to move a little bit earlier there if they do want to play this type of execute. Hones, of course, able to shut it down. Down the position there towards the new boxes. And really bring the hurts onto him. See some rifles in hands. GX looked like he was able to carry over one. Deagle's in the rest. Jack's,
Simona
of course, going to
Sanya.
be a bit of a linchpin here.
Dreftat. Shaba.
They do want to try and convert this round. Sampi is slowly but surely gaining on them. Right on their heels at this point, even though there was a very nice lead built up by Bad News Eagles there in the first half. Ooh, Maddie's able to find out one of the news. He's Synopsy, find out the trade. As well as pick himself up
Lavash.
a bit of a rifle to use. Unfortunately,
Med alltid
there,
jag var
his
med
teammate
galerkid.
But one Flatcher keeps the fight alive by finding out tags, leaving it down to a 3v3. The A side is not opened up, especially with Hones finding out one Flatcher's back. It's left all down to center and Synopsy. They've got themselves an A4 to work with.
Nu kommer morgon i arm sen är det från
They
super.
do look to entry over towards the A side. That might be a bit of a mistake though. There are two players here to take fights directly on it. Savannah and Hones looking to do
Tut
so.
mi çtar sa jam dy ose dy.
As the peaks look to come out and the shots will
Bravo Sena. Çaja.
Finding out
Hade.
two huge
Unë
ones.
zar. Ma bre. Ma mos e ka mu. Çaja. Çaja bab. Me eko jam zar. Veç me një EK kena pas.
Will claim number 12 for the side. Bad News Eagles and a big smile there on his face to do so. So far, a little bit of a lackluster T side for the side of Bad News Eagles, but certainly a conversion to be made there as well. Individual effort made, but center being the linchpin finds one, finds two. Oh, just so hot in the third to his name as well. Putting it at 12 to 8. We'll see if Bad News Eagles can go ahead and use that momentum to their advantage to go ahead and find 13 and put them on the precipice of match points. But Sampi stuck on USPS's. Running into a pistol stack like this could be extremely rough. They do have majority of their players over on that B site. We did see 4 players from the side of Bad News Eagles hold it down there previously in the last half with a similar buy. So it's always something to be rather worried about. And such chunky damage done. Guardian tagged down 23. Hones losing his life and the moves to be made.
Çaja. Hade. Shkima tu si forse këta tjerë të lamp. 4-3 easy. Guardiani lava. A ka dek. Ka dek. GG. 4-1. Ska sen. Easy. Easy win, easy. Ja ka qat tront. Sham shefshe ma zbojnarit e zemër.
Looking a little bit exasperated.
Nëse ti mu em kerasht. Shka mu pas ate ke ka nga bo trindit la. Gjardat e 3 lajka. Super. Super puna.
Now we're heading back into a full rifle round. This is a rather important one. Guardian has the up in his hands. Meanwhile, Ablenes is for the rest of them. Maddie's to lose his life really early. Guardian boosted up, takes a pot shot, but unfortunately doesn't connect. He'll lose his life to one Flatcher. He catches him out from Boiler.
Hade.
Down into a 5v
GG.
advantage.
Easy.
Clearly to the side of the Eagles.
Och så går flädra på det. Bra på mas. Mera så sketch. Kaltar oss det.
Able to find the frag back, leaving it down into a 2v4. Still not optimal. If kills can be found out here individually by either one of these players, they could be looking to possibly do something. And Hones, he's in that position. He was able to do
Po
so
çete
much.
mara nena ko luft Allah. Çete le.
Let's see if he can do it again. First shot starts to ring out.
Tjaj.
Unfortunately for him, he gets tagged but no frags, and it were lucky
Eller
for
dyrunda.
the Eagles to see tagged.
Ja, är värt det. Klotna är värt det. Eller dyrunda. Wow, måste trämna i poolad bre. Hej.
As safe call just being made, of course, the Eagles hunting him out. Looking to find out the remaining player, make sure that no rifles are brought over, because Sampi is extremely broke here.
Vårs net patch.
Won't be able to buy up in. Oh, unfortunately. It's going to lose
Här.
his life.
Eller dyrunda
Big
baba.
round going the way of Bad News Eagles, of course. Bomb going off and all. Well,
Tror jag var aktiva av en hon.
you're looking quite quite nice in the beginning of the second half, but right now we are edging closer and closer to the bad
En hittade mennä muit.
16. Oh, chat. Oh, God. Chat's gonna make me lose it today.
Easy vän.
Anyway, 14-8.
Pääs laitteet liedestui. Sekta full eka. Pääs laitteet.
Absolutely nothing tagged. Deagle in the server for their team, and well, let's see if he's gonna be able to do anything with it.
Det kan vi bara push. Så ska han alltså bomma sen.
Bit of a stack up here towards A that could be extremely influential into the round if they do head over towards that.
Maasin hennes knäna push. Kotruvassa döjene hade. Kotruvassa döjsknäna hade push fill. Viis par maas rullon se on tuolla. Boom ne kannat jäk. Sigurd. Kytärs tuoksi. Hade gens. Enzer. Hade. Bravo Gönsi. Sonep. Staippar paksin upp sig. GG. That's my net hit. Även neranda.
Of course, if B&E do finish it off here, we will be looking at them to face off against the winners of Enterprise and Entropic Prague. Which should be a hot matchup to say the least. We're really back underway. Sampi. Gonna be looking at a bit of
Hade ett jätterundifundit.
last stand if they do want to try and convert this one. They do have the A1Ss, the A4s, and of course the op to use. I have to say, out of all the players of Sampi, Maddie's has been gunning today, sitting at 26-17 right now. He's looking extremely hot. The tag finds out the first. Unfortunately for him, he's going to be eliminated there.
Kotruvassa terä.
Found out by Raygun as one Flatcher finds out Savannah, leaving it down into a 3v4. They've converted the A site. A retake has to be attempted here by Sampi. They need to get the timings here. Synopsis.
Boom jaamon tuu. Synopsis tommonet miik satte död. GG flätrar i rahatan. GG. Banini gate stumblen se henam. Tohriva. Kotruvassa ja. Boom jaamon tuu. Kövech monat dortnalt mitcho. GG. Easy peasy. Unfortunately for Sampi, they will be not eliminated, but moving on into the elimination matchup if they do want to try and Bravo, yeah.
But of course, we're not done just yet. We still do have more matches in the day to see who
Csörek kuket on race génci.
winners match and elimination later on and a decider on another day. So certainly Group A not done just yet.
Kto génci meni flia. Löyät jätrauma ezzar. Luka di kux kafitus di għan luwa kan melu ħenasfa. Buona settimmo ankerasht. Għajni għati per stumble guys. U stumble. Kuċ saskom li għaj. Għalaj li ma sommuni. Nsawlu ja rollas. Së di, vallaj. Do të më krye edhe... Tash e kanë këta Enterprise me antrapeq, në ora 4. Tash kur të kryet ata, besoj që në ora 7 në ashtë aloja rallës. Ora 7 ose në 6. Kështu di shka do të me kanë. Po a Armenia. Insale e karab. Në ora 7 ose 6 më në të me kanë loja e rallës. Në ora 4 ka kanë kja. Hare ta qeli stumblën. Në 8:30 pas ka me kanë loja rallës. Që sa na kalzoj. Në 8:30. Nga po lujna pak pra stumble, ta ne hina për lojen. Për ndeshin e dytë bënajs. E kone giri afer. Ja, sa ne baj krejt. Shka e qiti ka që shumë. Ka që të malë e lojen. Okej. Ma vino në kryaj edhe jo hene tane. 4, 1, 8, 5. Hare në shpejt. S'po ban me hi, qysh be s'po ban. A e keni bo update? A e keni bo update lojen? Stumble. 0.39. A e keni versionin 0.39. Qysh s'po ban. Çfarë versioni keni jo? Versionin këshën e çfarë e keni se... Ka mundësi që versioni. 4, 5, 6. باید زرافیکاتره که هایتم خیلی دیر مثل بات update چپادی اسمها با مو update bro why not update in my game tak styrelse awareness kan inte smä vara update så löne kan på Steam Nëse kjo se ka qitë updatein, s'kam shka me ba. Alla idem. Nuk ka qitë kjo update heq. që njoni pas ashtu që se keni bot zara pi 4 update. Hajt bane. O, nese. Po njejt o djem. Edhe nëse e bani jo create tani mua së ban. A vedeni. Apet o nëse që po hajt po një tesh këj Kosova Kingit. Që file to join party. Nuk u bo update këto dje. Çfarë ti bëj? Bret mos e kam qëto lejen. Ja. Shabave ka jag vilja. Inte an. Hajde. Qashtren om du katër. Ja, pa bo update s'ban. Pale kur e bojnë update tash, nash. Shnash po këshyro ma vën që bot update. Ma shejt fshinje dhe instalo. Po badi hava fshinje instalo LSHQIP se nuk ka kja me fshinje me instalo. Se në Steam bot update vet lojt. Nuk qëm për sen. Këta se kanë bo hala update. Han kom. Ja, me pi telefonit. Som ban këtë telefoni jam. iPhone 2. E di qysh. Hin live që atëre kanë tete gjys kur po luj ka bëna e ja. Edhe këqyri e baj update ose instalej për nej kon tjetër. Edmond da moj me lujt. Po mon është e zemër, po sot o base. Veç verzionin e vjetër u shëka. Ta i këshyri e instalej për nej ka tjetër. 0.4, a ke verzioni? 0.4 po. Unë e 0.4. Këshyri e gjoj verzionin 0.4 edhe tani lujna në aksham. Nimi pra që atëre kanë tete 30.